What's up guys, it's Shrek. This is a box. This is actually a very exciting box. This is a box from JetX. So this looks to be the final production version of the X Zeus 2. And so you can finally kind of unbox it as a review model, not just the one that we tested out in Singapore. So this is the final production version, and I don't believe that much has changed since then. So that's good, because the model that I reviewed while I was in Singapore was excellent. I really, really liked its performance and the ease of installing kits in it. And sure enough, that is what we're working with here. So this is the X Zeus 2, and over here we can see that we have contents: our shell, pump grip, 20mm size rails ×2, clip lever release, inner barrel. This is the bolt sled, or the jet sled that it comes with, an adjustable push knob, the buttstock, muzzle attachment, screws, and springs. So it actually comes with more than the one that I reviewed came with. So inside the box we have a pretty safe shipping method here. It looks to be foam coated, and then this actually, this looks pretty good, guys. That is how it shows up. So we have the gray model this time, which is great. And all of the pieces are not set into the shell. So this is, of course, the two pieces that will go in to the shell, allowing us to hold the stock into place. Same stock. That's probably my one complaint with this, is that the stock is a little bit short. And then we have the shell itself. So this shell has already been, it doesn't have the screws, I guess, tapped into it. So you can see everything going in inside. Now, the one thing worth mentioning is that certain aftermarket triggers won't fit because of this square here. That's not a big deal. It dremels out very, very easily. And then certain kits, not all of them, but certain kits require you to ream this out. So I know that in particular the Artifact Red kit, or the Artifact Hunter kit, you have to ream this out just a little bit, and then it helps, but is not necessary to sand this front bit just a hair to get that out. But we have all of the body screws are in here, along with the bolt that actually connects the pump grip to the shell itself, and then that pump grip is mirrored into the foam. Now these are really nice, and at the price that the shell is coming out, and the shell is currently retailing on sale on eBay as of right now, which is early February 2017, the shell is on eBay for 65 United States dollars. To put that into perspective, a really good long shot pump grip costs about that much. So instead of just buying a pump grip for your regular long shot shell, if you prefer the tactical sort of styling of the X Zeus 2 shell, you could get that instead. So it does not come with a trigger. You will need to supply that from Longshot internals, and that's really the most important part of this review, is it gives you a lot of really nice upgrade pieces, like the pump grip, like the new shell. The shell, of course, having full Picatinny all the way down and then mounted on the sides, but it also requires you to still build something yourself. So this is an inside barrel that most people will not use. Most people will use either, I think, worker barrels, or they will use a sealed breech that comes with an Artifact system. And then this is, of course, the muzzle that is neon orange so that it complies with lots of different standards. And you can slip this onto either your barrel of choice, or it will nest over their barrel material once you break it in a little bit. So the shell itself is actually quite nice, I think. For $65, in my opinion, personally, you're paying for a system of pump action. And again, this isn't fully assembled, so it's hard for me to kind of set it up here, but you're paying for this. You're paying for two pieces that were mated to one another, designed to do pump action flawlessly. That's where the $65 goes. Everything else is just gravy. The fact that you get a custom shell, the fact that you're using Picatinny and not in-strike rail, the fact that you have a ton of rail attachment for whatever it is you want to do, and what ultimately is a more solid shell. The sheer amount of shell reinforcements in here is ridiculous. It's much tougher than, say, a long shot, and it's the same quality of plastic injection molding that Hasbro uses. So it's much nicer than a lot of other aftermarket stuff. It gives you a lot more space and room to do things with. Like I said, everything else is just gravy to me. The fact that it's like a pump action system for long shot internals is awesome. Anything else that you want to do with it is fine, but it's a comprehensive shell. It has a much nicer magazine release that's ambidextrous. It does not have a jam door. So if a jam door is really important to you for your Springer, then you're going to need to carve out panels on here. Now I've seen people carve out panels in the sides of their X Zeus 2s, and that has worked out very nicely as long as you kind of trim here following the lines of the shell and then expanding from that, you can get a pretty clean jam door, so to speak. But most people just report that it's like having a jam door. If you encounter a malfunction, to just flip the blaster upside down and get at it through here. Now that requires long, thin fingers, but most operators seem to have those, in my opinion. The shell is nice. I can't wait to show you what we can do with a shell like this, but I've done a brief review of my model in Singapore where you can see 100% like that it does function with stock long shot internals, and you can check that out in the description box below. And then I'm about to show you a quick sneak preview of what you can do with this if you're really willing to put in the time and make something incredibly special. And that is a project that I've been working on for a little while now. Alrighty guys, so this is Rhaegal, and it's a fully decked out X Zeus 2 shell with just a ton of stuff inside, but I don't want to spoil any of the surprises. An entire build video for this blaster will be going live on the channel tomorrow, but I wanted to give you a teaser in this video of A, how incredible this project turned out, and then B, kind of show you what this shell is absolutely capable of. That's my review of the X Zeus 2 shell by JetX. Frankly, it's a very affordable kit right now that only costs a little bit more than the long shot itself and vastly increases certain options that you have to work with in what is a much more stable style of pump action. So that is really, really cool. I firmly believe that this is worth the extra 20 United States dollars, again, given current eBay prices, to upgrade your long shot to a very unique, very special shell. I think that's just really neat. This one will probably live on as an HVZ primary in a little while. I can't wait to come inside and really give it like an old school battle rifle style breech. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you're interested in picking up an X Zeus shell of your very own for your long shot Springer tinkerings, I'll put a link down in the description box below to the JetX store on eBay where you can find the absolute best prices on these. It should be very simple and very easy to navigate. I love that they have an all-in-English, easy way to order something that comes from the other side of the planet. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Much love, Nerf on, Drac out.